Hey, it's Sam from Hanko ActTrader, and in this video I'm going to show you how to apply indicators to your charts. Okay, so here we got the pound US dollar open. Say we want to add a moving average indicator. Okay, a moving average is used by a lot of traders. It's very simple but very effective, and it's a big part of many different trading strategies. So how would we go about that? Well, if you look right here, you will see a little button, and this button right here is where you can find your indicators. Okay, you could also go up here, indicators and strategies, but if we're on the chart, we can just click this and we have all the different indicators that are available. Okay, so we wanted a moving average, so we find the moving average, click on it, click the little right arrow, and here we can change its settings. Do we want it as an exponential moving average, weighted, smoothed, or simple? Say we want exponential and we want the period to be, a 20 period moving average. We can change the color of it, the width, the style, etc. But let's say we're happy with that. We hit apply, and right there we got the 20-point exponential moving average, or an EMA, okay, on the chart. Really simple, really effective, and there are plenty of different indicators to choose from. Now you could have done it by clicking indicators and strategies at the top here. Okay, find your indicator, moving average, and then we'll just hit apply indicator at the top here to the chart we're using, which is the pound US dollar 5 minute. And it's applied a basic EMA. Okay, but we can also always change its settings, etc. So if we go back to the indicator point here, we can see the two different moving averages we have. We've got one simple, so we can change that simple to exponential. We can make that a 50-point moving average, and we can change it how we like. Okay, so now we have a 20 and a 50-point moving average. Okay, but what you will also see is something called strategies. And here we have different strategies. So we've got entry orders, MACD, etc. So say we're interested in the MACD strategy, we can test it or we can run it. Okay, so let's go ahead and click test strategy. So if we just move this up so we can see a bit more, we could do, so you can look back in the history and we can play around with the settings to see what we can do. Okay, so for example, we're going to change it from Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar to, and we'll do pound US dollar. Okay, so pound US dollar, which is right here. How many candles? We'll do a 30-minute. The MACD, the different settings for the MACD, and then we're pretty happy with that, so we'll click OK. On the account, we'll say stop loss 20 pips, take profit 30 pips. You can play around with all this stuff, and we can just hit start testing. Okay, so you can really play around with it, test it out. If the parameters of stop loss limit or the less than the minimum conditional distance, 1 point, the order distance will be automatically changed to the minimal condition. That's fine. So now it's basically testing the strategy from before, from all the settings that you put on, and it will tell you, whether there's how many trades it would have taken, how many profitable, how many not profitable, etc. Now this does take a bit more time to play around with. So there it took a trade, for example. Okay. It's almost done. So as you can see, it would have taken one trade based on this strategy, and it would have made a loss of $158. So probably not the best strategy that I just put in right there, but it's just an example, and that's really all it's for. Okay, so you could definitely test out if you have a different strategy. You think, right, well, what if the moving average crosses over with this, or two moving averages crossing over at different or two moving averages crossing over, what could be the best, and if you want like to test more and you want to actually test each strategy that you have in mind, it's a great tool for that, because it will look back in history and it will tell you how successful it would have been. Now you can manually do it, but this, as you saw, it took not even a minute and it's done. So really, really useful. Now on the WebTrader version, you can also add not strategy, sorry, but you can also add indicators, and that is done by this button here. So if we click indicator, we have all the different indicators that we want, but let's say we want a moving average. There we go, we just click on moving average, and there it is. And we have the moving average here. We can always click on the settings, and we can change it to, let's say, a 20-point moving average, and click OK. And as you can see, the moving average is now there, 20-point moving average, and it's the exact same situation. You can play around with all the different indicators that there are, add them, remove them, and if you want to remove it, just click remove and off it goes. So I've shown you how to add indicators and things like that, but now I'm going to show you how to actually draw things on the chart and how other features within the chart as well. Okay, so obviously you can navigate the chart just by scrolling like so. You can change the time frame to whatever you like. Okay, you can zoom in, zoom out and zoom in. Okay. You also have this area here where you can draw different things. So if I want to draw, like a horizontal line here, I can draw it. I can also right click at any point. Sorry, I accidentally clicked right click and just remove the object. If I wanted to, things like Fibonacci, right? So from a swing high to, a swing low to a swing high. So a push up, we'll draw it from the bottom to the top. And then, you look at the 6.1.8, for example, it touched it, rejected it a bit, and, you can do different things. So remove that. What else have we got here? You can add text, circles, if you want to highlight certain things, like this candle, boom. You have a lot of different things, okay? So a lot of the good drawing tools that every trader needs, things like trend lines as well, great. Yeah, you have it all pretty much. You can draw rectangles, you can draw boxes around certain price points, and so you have all the features that you need in order to effectively do some good technical analysis. So that was pretty much it for this.